welcome to the I Ching Cafe. My name is Belinda Doveston, and it is great to have you with us here. I really appreciate that you join me on these weekly and monthly adventures with the I Ching, whether that's through the YouTube channel or through the podcast, whichever podcast catcher you use. And I really would like to thank you for being with me, for subscribing, and for supporting this channel throughout 2020. So let's have a look. This week, our weekly overview, the 14th of December 2020. And of course, last week we had a rapid increase for 2 weeks in a row of Hexagram 42 increase and some boxing, some limitations and constraints and structure that we were called to focus on to start bringing some order into this accelerated flow and the blessings coming through us. Well, this week we have the return of one of our friends, Hexagram 51 shock. We have had this hexagram so many times this year, and of course it makes total sense that the energy of shake-up, of change, of acceleration, of clearing the air, of fresh new starts comes once again into our weekly overview. So this hexagram is all about shake-ups, shocks, sudden accelerations and movement forward. Just like when we experience a thunderstorm, it crashes and bangs all around us and shakes up our world, but brings in fresh, clean, new energy. Sometimes shocks and shake-ups are unpleasant. There are news. There are unexpected changes. There's sometimes of things coming out of the woodwork we just didn't see coming and creating a huge amount of drama. So I wish that as you work with Hexagram 51 shock this week, that you work with it in a way of looking and being open to the unexpected developments, the changes, the accelerations, the shake-ups that are trying to help us, trying to liberate us from where we have become stuck and where we are now no longer in flow and we're needing some help to move forward. And that is very much a way of thinking about this week. What are the things that we are stuck in and how do we move forward? So for this week, there are 2 changing lines in the 4th and the 5th position. Changing line in the 4th position, we've had this one multiple times before, which is about being stuck in the mud, getting bogged down in something. And so what we're having to pay attention to this week is where are the signals coming that pull us out of the bog. I think of like an Indiana Jones movie where, he's stuck in quicksand and you've got to reach for something that helps pull you out of the stuck place that you're in. And so this week, we are facing some kind of situation in our personal lives or our business lives where we have become a little stuck. And the stuckness is preventing us from moving forward. What happens is a hand reaches out, a piece of change comes into our life, a piece of information, a person, whatever it might be, that helps say, oh, that's the direction I should go. That's where the help is. And reaching out for that log or that stick and being pulled out of the bog. So what I want us to do is really this week is have our feelers and our radar open to where that help is coming from. Is it a person that said something to you that just suddenly your mind goes, I understand now where I'm stuck or what my solution is? What is the thing, the gift that comes to you that wants to help you move out of the bog? Grab that and go for it, because this week it's being presented. We just have to pay attention to what is trying to help us get out of the sticky mud that we might find ourselves in. What particular issue are we stuck on that we need some help to get out of? And then our next changing line in the 5th position talks about repeated shocks. We don't have time to recover between shake up, shock, change. It's one of those lightning storms where boom, 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 they happen one after the other. There's no, respite from all the shake up energy. And what the I Ching says is when you experience that, if that is true for you this week, remember to stay focused on where you're going or what it is that you're trying to do, where you want to go, and you just keep your head down and you go through the shake-ups. And there's a sense here that if you do that, no loss comes to you. So there's a thing here of, despite all the stuff happening around you, more acceleration and more action like we've had for the last few weeks, we just stay focused. What do I need to do? Where am I going? What's the purpose I'm here to fulfill? and let's just navigate through those one at a time. So the last few weeks have been rapid, have been busy, have been active, and this week certainly no different. Our second hexagram, our relating, transforming flow of change that we're asked to pay attention to this week is hexagram 3, difficulty at the beginning. This hexagram we've had many times before as well, and it talks about birthing pains. Okay, when we have new beginnings and when new things start, it's new and we are learning and we are having to acclimatize and put in place foundations and get ourselves ready for the next phase. I've spoken about this idea of, the foal being born and having to get up onto its legs straight away in order to get going and demonstrate its capacity for survival. And this is about having to get onto your feet as quickly as possible. A new beginning where there are some upfront challenges that are just part of what a new experience is all about. So our way of managing that, a way of focusing on that, business or personal, is to focus on getting the foundation up in place. We don't go and create all the frills and all the nice to haves when we are difficulty in the beginning. In this hexagram, what we do is we establish our base. So when you feel like, oh, I don't know what I'm doing, or this is all but too much, or hexagram shock, or all the shake-ups around me, go back to the foundation you're needing to create. Let the foundation and your base, your home base, be the focus point that you go back to when you are starting up something new. And of course, usually this time of the year, we're thinking about winding down. This is not a new phase energy, but this year it's not that, right? This week, 14th of December, this week, as we're heading into the last working week of the year for many people across the world, and perhaps for you, there are new things that are coming in. There are new things to be learned and new processes that are coming into our life where we are out our comfort zone and we're needing to build that foundation, the base from which we can work and then start to solidify and calm down after a busy, frenetic week. Very interesting. Who knows what is going to happen next week? Let's see. Subscribe, stay tuned to hear more. And of course, you know that if you're subscribed to the channel or the podcast or the YouTube channel, you get your episode on a Sunday. And if you follow the socials only, the episode comes on a Monday. So subscribe, like, share. It'd be really great to hear from you. A comment or something that you've experienced with the I Ching would be really great. And of course, our monthly overview for December, all about building the battery and getting ready for the new year. If you've not yet gone through that episode, it'd be really great to have context for the month of December, what to pay attention to. And of course, as always, I really look forward to seeing you soon.